Let's talk about Moonlight. So I've been a Moonlight evangelist since I first saw the film months ago. I literally sobbed after the screening. It is a perfect film. And it's so unfortunate that this superb piece of art has been subject to such basic homophobic criticism. But it's not unexpected, and to be quite honest, those sorts of criticisms say more about the deficiencies of the viewer than the failures of the film. Queer people being visible is not a problem, and it's certainly not why black people are still oppressed. Black folks have been fighting for our freedom for a long time. By now, it should be clear that we are not going to get there by turning on our most vulnerable communities. And honestly, I really think homophobic people get that. They're just committed to retaining the ability to dominate when they can, like they see straight white men doing. And they'd rather do that than free themselves of the systems that abuse them too. The kind of animus that I've seen directed at this movie is really about a lack of imagination with regard to the possibilities of masculinity. So many black folks simply cannot conceive of masculinity outside of a white supremacist frame. Yeah, y'all want to talk about how black churchgoers are brainwashed by the white man's religion. Too many black folks are indoctrinated by white people's idealizations of what it means to be a man. So many of our conservative fears of sexualities that exist outside of heteronormativity are rooted in Western constructions of masculinity. It's not natural, it's socialized. The Hoteps will not tell you that there are plenty of examples of gender fluidity and queerness in pre-colonial African societies. The rise of violent anti-gay culture is rooted in the colonial spread of Christianity across the continent. Writer B.C. Alimi explains in The Guardian, while Africans argued that homosexuality was a Western import, they in turn used a Western religion as the basis for their argument. When you probe further, they argue that homosexuality is not in the Bible, but the Bible is not our historical culture. And white Christianity continues to exert a repressive influence across the continent. Right now, in countries like Uganda, Kenya, Zimbabwe, and Nigeria, white evangelicals are spending their time and money to promote anti-gay legislation. Straight white men are invested in the maintenance of this kind of manliness because it upholds white supremacist capitalist patriarchy. And of course, that's not to say that some men don't naturally possess the characteristics that we would describe as strong. But these things have always existed on a spectrum, and that is nothing to shy away from. If you have a problem with Moonlight because it centers a queer black man, then your liberation dreams are not big enough. There is life beyond these boxes we've been placed into. Moonlight is just a vehicle to show us that life. It should be possible to assert your dignity and claim that you are deserving of respect while making space for every kind of black man. Nate Parker once allegedly said that he would never play a gay character in order to, quote, preserve the black man. But nothing here is being destroyed. Moonlight is a gorgeous act of creation. Writer Ira Madison III wrote for MTV, "The beauty in Moonlight is how it manages to preserve black manhood by actively destroying performative masculinity at every turn." And in our conversations about Moonlight as black folks, I really do not understand the preoccupation with the white gaze. I am so glad this movie has won so many awards because it deserves them. And hopefully that shine will allow everyone involved to have access to more resources and more opportunities. But the beauty of Moonlight is what it does for black folks, and queer black men in particular. Writer Cody Charles said, "I love myself more after viewing this film." And Josh Lee wrote in The Guardian, "When you strip away all the messages of hope and reconciliation and fear and love that Moonlight contains, what's left is a simple, powerful affirmation for queer black men. We exist. We're supposed to exist." And if your argument is that our culture is overrun by representations of gay black men, you're lying. That's wrong. I was struck in the theater by the fact that I had never seen anything like this in mainstream film before. Furthermore, there are so many different things for audiences to latch onto in this film. Though the exploration of Chiron's sexuality is central to this movie, it disrupts mainstream narratives of black life in so many other ways. There are no white saviors in Moonlight. The film highlights how the world beats the tenderness out of black boys. And black folks are depicted as more than homo antagonists blackness, as Ashan Crawley writes at the root. The film does not allow audiences to decry the nature of blackness as the zone in which homophobia is produced. And I have to note how Moonlight is path-breaking in its depiction of black men and black boys in relationship to one another. The love and care on display is not just sexual. Mahershala Ali won an Oscar for playing Juan, who is a drug dealer, but also a caregiver for Chiron. He's gentle and loving. He's not one-dimensional here. Juan is a human being. We are living in an age of mass incarceration where it's been politically expedient to claim that the people who commit these crimes are totally evil, that they're irredeemable. This kind of depiction of a man like Juan, who happens to be straight, is an important one. This is the story of a boy who grows into a man who may or may not identify as gay. We should celebrate that. We know gay black men already have to contend with white supremacy. They shouldn't have to fight in their communities too. LGBT Black and Latino youth are more likely to commit suicide than whites. We have to do what we can to protect and nurture them. We want people to live. And to do that, they have to be seen. Hi guys, it's Kim. Be sure to like and share this video. Check out the links I mentioned, and if you learned something, leave a tip.